Have you ever noticed that there's a stunning correlation between a person's place of birth and their religious affiliation? Have you ever noticed that there's a stunning correlation between someone's parents' religious beliefs and their own? I can't count the amount of times that upon asking a theist why they subscribe to a particular religion, that I've been met with the response of, well, that's just because I was born into it. It's amazing how oftentimes religious people can so effortlessly point out the flaws in the doctrines of others, yet fail entirely to apply precisely the same rudimentary critical thinking to their own faith.
Spirituality doesn't really have a specific definition. It can actually be defined in many ways. This is probably one of the reasons why this has become such a controversial topic. I've personally met quite a few people who associated this term with New Age hippies, cults, religions, belief systems, dogmas, or other traditions around the world. Well, surprise, surprise, spirituality is none of that.
If God exists, then the world didn't just evolve by chance, but by deliberate design. There's an artist behind this incredible work of art, this big and beautiful world. If God exists, we're living in a great story, an epic like The Lord of the Rings, with real heroes and heroic tasks. Ultimately, all the twists and turns of this epic narrative will be paid off. Everything will make sense. It will even have a happy ending. Not necessarily, or even likely in our own lifetime. Even Moses didn't get into the promised land, but over the grand course of time, in an afterlife, which exists as surely as God exists.
We are here today because we reject the bullshit from one book so we can cherry pick and choose the bullshit we like better from a whole bunch of different books. Do we believe in a God with a capital G? Maybe. Maybe not. We haven't decided yet. But tell me that when you look at a sun satin over a hill, you don't feel a connection to something greater. I believe in an energy, that connects us, binds us together, and it's vibrating and stuff. You know what I mean?
Where should you start? I think we've been repeatedly saying, you can only start from where you are. You cannot start somewhere else. Don't try to start anywhere. There's nothing to start. It's already long ago it's been started. You are trying to just hasten it, that's all. You can't start it, it's already started. Your longing to grow has started, isn't it? Maybe you're thinking of more money, but that's only your misunderstanding. But essentially, you want to be something more. That's a spiritual process.
In fact, it is the exact opposite of what you shall discover in just a moment. One of the best and probably most comprehensive ways of describing spirituality that I came across is by defining it as the process of making the mind free from fears, worries, and non-stop thinking, and experiencing inner peace and bliss in one's everyday life. In a way, spirituality is about making peace with the universe.
If God exists, love is the nature of an eternal reality. If there is no God, love is just a fleeting feeling, no more than a bunch of chemical and neurological interactions. If God exists, you are of infinite value. He knows you as a parent knows his child. He's accessible to you. If there is no God, each of us is as insignificant as a rock on an unknown planet.
Why is this? Why are so many religious people so insular and dedicated, despite knowing that they only believe in their arbitrary God because they were canalized into doing so? Well, if you ask me, I think it's attributable to the unwarranted privilege that religion is so often granted in public discourse. Okay, you can satirize and criticize someone's politics, and that's just a diversity of opinion. But God forbid you do the same thing for someone's religious beliefs, because, well, then you're just a bigot.
It's about accepting the facts as they are and trying to live in harmony. Spirituality is about training yourself being less reactive to the events happening in your life by freeing yourself from the monkey mind.
I don't believe in organized religion, except for Eastern religion, which I am interested in. It's just like deeper.
How do you want to have pleasure? All these are spiritual processes going in wrong directions, that's all. You're unconsciously conducting a spiritual process. If you conduct anything unconsciously, you may flounder every step. If you heighten this awareness continuously, a point will come where it's no more about survival. Something that is not needed for your survival will also come into your awareness. When that comes into your awareness, that which is not needed for your survival is bound to be a dimension beyond the physical. So when that comes into your living experience of life, you're on.